Right then, so we're back at the Brentwood show 2014. We're with Martin Ford again on the Sonik stand, and we're just going to take a look at this reel that looks like a smart piece of kit. Is it brand new, Martin, or is it?
It's fairly new. It was launched at a main trade show called Tackle and Guns back in October last year. It's just had an incredible uptake with a lot of our retailers and Sonik customers that obviously own Sonik rods. We're not known as a reel company. And to actually come onto the reel market with a model like this and have such a success over a short period of time, you know, it has been absolutely unbelievable. It really has. But when you look at the features of it and you look at the price pointing, which we'll come to in a second, you can begin to understand why. Again, we sort of like followed a theme. A lot of carp anglers are going back to the old traditional ways where they're drabbing down the kit. It's not so blingy. It's well balanced. Yeah, it is very subtle, all black. It's got an incredible drag system. It will give you an absolute solid lockup, which is very key when snag fishing and things like that. But if you want to release that, you know, it doesn't take an awful lot, you know, and you're back into that free spool mode pretty quickly, but you still maintain the control. Yeah.
Well, while we're on the spool, the line lay, if we look at one of the other ones, the line lays, people like to know what the line lay's like, you know, on these reels. So
I mean, without wishing to be rude, I get a look when I do these shows. I get a lot of our customers come to the stand and talk about stuff. This will actually make an average caster a better caster purely by the nature of what we've achieved with the line lay.
50 mil rings as well.
Yeah, it allows, you know, total free flow. Comes off the spool nicely, and as you can see, you know, there's a slight coning towards the front end, which is what you want if you want the distance. Yeah, but that's a factory setting. And any customer buying the reel, provided they haven't bought old line, or, you know, if they buy a nice fresh spool of line from any tackle dealer, loaded up in the correct manner, they will achieve that kind of line lay as well, and it should help their casting. Yeah.
So even down to if it's talking on the spool again, even you've got the little, is it an aluminium line clip? So it's all good quality.
It is.
Because usually there can be a little plastic.
Yeah, they can. I mean, it's very hard wearing, but it's very kind to line. It's set on a little spring system there, look. Yeah. And it's easy to, you know, pop your line in or take your line out. And the good thing about this particular model, and I find a great aid on reels, is there's two. Yeah. So you can, and I'll often do it in a one rod fishing situation. I'll have a long spot, which I can not clip the line into while fishing, but clip a bit of elastic behind it. Yeah. And you can have a short spot as well, so you can actually achieve two marks.
There's actually two line clips on there, which I've never seen before. I don't think I have.
There are one or two reels about with them on, and there are companies now where you can modify, you know, your old reel, and you can achieve that as well, basically. Yeah. Let me pick up the other one actually. It's nice and sleek. It's got what I would class as a medium oscillation. Okay. So again, when you're retrieving the line, as per when you've cast, you've got that nice line lay. You should achieve that, you know, on the sort of like the retrieve as well. Yeah. So everything's kept nice and smooth. The bail arm, it doesn't auto, so you've got no fear of that flipping over while you're casting. Yeah. It's a manual procedure. Yeah. But wherever you set it, it's in a lock mode, so it's not going to fall around or swing around or accidentally flip over. Yeah. So I know a lot of people like to sort of like make their cast and they'll have their reels set in a certain manner. Yeah. You're not going to get that, you know, sort of like that wobble or whatever. So clutch, two line clips, you know, nice sturdy, safe manual bail arm system. I love the handle. I mean, I'm a very old school angler. I've used reels in the past that have a similar characteristic, like, you know, and I do like that. It's nice and sleek, you know. It's just a nice, good all-round reel. Price. When we first showed this to our retailers and customers at some of the early shows before it's launched, they were all saying, oh, 199, 200, 240 or whatever. They're actually 149.99. Customer comes into a retailer, they buy 2 units, £300. They get a third unit free of charge.
Is that always going to be is it going to stay like that, or is that just a little promo?
We did it with our rods. We were very successful. What we're trying to do is we're trying to produce a good quality kit that goes the distance, but at a decent price. You know, so yes, that will stay on for the foreseeable future.
Okay, what's the real name? What's the actual?
It's a Tournos 8000.
Right, okay. So if you want to check it out again, you can see the stockists on the website.
You see the stocks on the website. If you go to the Sonik website, there is actually quite a few video clips of this reel in use, and there's some sort of like different angles, video shot angles, etc. So customers can check it out long before they buy it, sort of thing. Yeah.
Lovely. So if you want to check out the reel, head over to the Sonik website. You see the stockists on there, and yeah, cheers for your time, Martin.
You're welcome.
Lovely.